Welcome to my channel, Notorious Crafts. In this video, I will show you how I make these miniature acrylic pour paintings. I made mine to put inside of a dollhouse, but you can use them for other craft purposes. And here are some of the supplies you will need. First off, you will need miniature canvases. These are 2 inches by 2 inches, and I'll put links down below to everything so you can buy them too. And I have these miniature clear plastic sundae cups that I'm going to use to pour the paint. And I am using acrylic pour paint. This is already pre-mixed, so it's a lot more flowy than regular acrylic paint, so it's gonna be a lot more runny than regular paint. For this color purple, I mixed a few different colors together because I wanted a much darker purple. And I'm gonna prime each canvas with some acrylic gesso. And to protect my table from paint spilling, I just use a plastic tablecloth I found in the party section. So first step, I just grab a paintbrush and my gesso, and I'm gonna cover each canvas with a layer of it. And this is good to use as a base layer before adding any of the other acrylic paint, just because sometimes the canvas can be very absorbent and absorb a lot more of the colorful paint. And now I'm just going to let each canvas dry. I am using these miniature dollhouse cups that I have to pour all of my paint into, and I'm just creating different layers with the different colors that I have. I personally like using plastic cups so that I could see all of the layers, and I was worried I might run out of paint, so I also have an additional larger cup with some layers of paint. I am using some of this pre-mixed acrylic white paint as the base before I add the color. And I want to make sure it's a nice and even coat. So I'm going to grab my brush and even some of this paint out. And now we are ready for my favorite part, actually pouring the paint. I am pouring mine in a horizontal pattern since I want more horizontal lines, but you can try different ways, either pouring it in a circle just to try to get some different designs. And since this paint is very flowy, I can let gravity do its job and help me create some different designs by just going up and down, and so the paint will go in different directions. This will create much more interesting designs instead of just leaving it flat to dry. You can do that, but I just like doing it this way. And this project can get very messy. I already have a lot of paint on my fingers, so I recommend wearing some gloves. I normally do wear them, I just forgot this time, so be sure to add it to your list of supplies. And I'm just going to keep playing around with it until I get a design that I really, really like. All right, on to the next canvas. I already had this paint on the side and ready to use. I wanted 2 paintings with a lot of purple in it. I know sometimes with the layers, some of the heavier paints can fall towards the bottom, especially using metallics like gold. That's why I tried to pour a much bigger layer of gold when I was layering the paint so that a lot more of it could be visible. And just like with the other painting, I'm just going to move this up and down and to the sides so that we can get some cool designs. And once we have something we like, I'll just place it to the side and move on to the next canvases. This is how messy my hands ended up. For the next 2 paintings, I want a lot more of the color blue, so I'm adding many layers of blue, and I'm just not adding purple in this time. I already have my white base layer, and I decided to put these 2 side by side and try to do them both at the same time. So I added a lot more of the acrylic paint, and hopefully it'll look cool to have them flowing into each other. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys have ever tried acrylic pour painting. I absolutely love it. You never know how it's going to turn out. You think it's going to look one way, but with the different layers, you just never know how it's going to end up. It is also a very quick project to do if you need some unique paintings. And now I'll set this first blue one to the side and try to create a cool design with the second one. And here's the mess that I am left with. The paint actually looks very cool, And now I'm just gonna let these dry overnight. And here is the finished product. I love how these turned out. If you guys have some cool ideas of different color combinations you would like to see in the future, drop those ideas down below in the comments. I have made larger acrylic pour paintings. This purple one I made for my living room. So it was very cool to make one in miniature form for one of my dollhouse projects. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. As always, thanks for watching and see you guys in the next video.